Netflix is starting a 100% rally right now. Today we analyze Netflix, but we actually take a look here at a higher time frame. Why? Because this allows us to perfectly determine where Netflix will head next in the near future. In order to do this, as always, we have to start by looking here at the monthly chart of Netflix. And before we actually draw some simple recent technical analysis, it's very important that we first of all determine the underlying trend of Netflix. Here you can see that already all the way back in the year of 2008, we witnessed quite decisive price action. You can see that for quite a long period of time, Netflix has on the one side been respecting this lower green support trend line, while simultaneously also nicely respecting this previous horizontal resistance, which back then was at this $0.5 level. Netflix has been trading in this ascending triangle formation, and therefore it was just a matter of time until we actually see this bullish breakout back in 2008, which was immediately followed by a strong rally of almost 700% towards the upside. Then you can see starting in 2011, literally until the year of 2012, so over the course of more than 12 months, Netflix created a quite bearish correction. And if I take out the measurement tool, you can see that from top to bottom, Netflix created a correction of an incredible minus 80% towards the downside, before we then saw this underlying, quite expected, bull run continuation towards the upside. You can see that we witnessed one similar behavior back in 2021, when also here seemingly all of a sudden Netflix created a very strong correction from top to bottom, again a correction of minus 75%, literally wiping out billions of dollars, before we then saw this once again, not totally unexpected, bull run continuation of approximately 700% towards the upside. Despite all of the corrections which we have been witnessing on Netflix, it's quite clear to say that the underlying trend remains bullish. This is where things get now very interesting, because if we actually take a look here at recent support and resistance, as I mentioned, those corrections and the current price action is not unexpected at all. Now, first of all, we can simply go ahead and extend this lower green support trend line from the ascending triangle formation, and you can see that literally always when Netflix came back to retest this significant support trend line, we witnessed bullish confirmation followed by a major rejection way towards the upside. This, ladies and gentlemen, was also the reason for why in mid-2022 I published a bunch of analysis here on TradingView, as well as inside my free Discord, literally explaining all the reasons for why I do expect this rejection on Netflix. And you can see, as I mentioned, Netflix has been rallying almost 700%, and I will simply go ahead and link all of my previous analysis of Netflix below this breakdown. Now, if we now go ahead and actually duplicate the support trend line and we connect it with all of the previous all-time highs, you can see that yes, since 2002, Netflix has been trading in this rising channel formation, and therefore also all of these unexpected corrections towards the downside were actually not unexpected at all, because it was simply a retest of this resistance trend line followed by a drop back to the support trend line. This is where things get now very interesting, because if we take a look here at, if we objectively take a look here at the chart of Netflix, you can see that Netflix just recently retested the previous all-time high. Now, previous all-time high after the break towards the upside, previous resistance is simply turned support. And you can also see that Netflix is very, very close to actually retesting this support trend line. This means that as we are speaking, Netflix is approaching this very strong confluence of support, and just this lower green support trend line here already massively increases the probabilities of now seeing a rejection away towards the upside. Now, let me be very, very clear. So far, we witnessed some kind of bullish confirmation on Netflix, but it's not textbook bullish confirmation to enter a full position yet. We still need a little more back and forth around this level. We still need bulls showing us that this is actually the bottom, that Netflix will create a rejection way towards the upside, and then we have trend as well as structure as well as confirmation pointing towards a continuation towards the upside. And then it's all about us literally capitalizing on a move back to the previous all-time high, which from the current levels is actually a move of approximately 80 to 100% towards the upside. If you enjoyed today's breakdown of Netflix and you found it helpful, as always, I really much appreciate if you also smash the thumbs up below this breakdown. Now, obviously, the moment we actually see clear, convincing, bullish confirmation here on Netflix, I will immediately go ahead and update this analysis. So make sure you check back every once in a while. I will see you tomorrow with a fresh breakdown. Wishing you all the best for this trading week. Don't get caught up in any of the short-term volatility. Keep your long-term vision.